Most people think of fish as prey. They imagine creatures constantly looking over their shoulders, trying to avoid becoming the next meal for a larger predator. In rivers, lakes, and oceans around the world, fish are hunted by birds, reptiles, mammals, and other fish. It is one of nature's oldest stories. But hidden among the tangled mangrove forests and slow-moving tropical rivers of Southeast Asia lives a fish that completely flips this story upside down. A fish that doesn't fear birds, a fish that hunts them. At first glance, the archerfish appears unremarkable. It is not especially large. It lacks the intimidating teeth of a barracuda and the muscular power of a tuna. Its silver body is marked with dark patches. These patches help it blend into the shimmering reflections of the water's surface. Nothing about it suggests a master hunter. Yet beneath that ordinary appearance lies one of the most extraordinary weapons ever evolved in the animal kingdom. A weapon so accurate, scientists have spent decades trying to understand how it works. The archerfish is famous for shooting jets of water at insects resting above the surface. But what many people do not realize is that larger individuals have been documented knocking down small birds, lizards, and other vertebrates. For a fish, this is almost unimaginable. To understand how such a hunter evolved, we must enter its world. The mangrove forests of Southeast Asia are among the most complex ecosystems on Earth. Here, roots twist out of muddy water like giant fingers. Branches stretch low over rivers and estuaries. Every surface seems alive with insects, spiders, reptiles, and small birds. For most aquatic predators, these creatures are frustratingly out of reach. The boundary between water and air creates a nearly impossible barrier. Light bends differently in each medium, making objects above the surface appear displaced. A target seen from underwater is not where it seems to be, yet the archerfish has solved this problem. Imagine looking through a distorted window while attempting to hit a moving target several feet away. That is the challenge the fish faces every time it hunts. Remarkably, it succeeds. The hunt often begins in silence. An archerfish drifts just beneath the surface. Its eyes remain fixed upward. It scans leaves and branches for any sign of movement. An unsuspecting insect lands on a branch. The fish freezes. For several seconds, it studies its target. Then everything happens in an instant. The fish positions its tongue against a specialized groove in the roof of its mouth. By rapidly compressing its gill covers, it creates intense pressure. It releases a narrow stream of water. The jet launches upward like a living bullet. A fraction of a second later, the insect is struck. The insect falls into the water. Before competitors can react, the archerfish darts forward and swallows its prize. This behavior alone would be remarkable. But scientists soon discovered that the fish was capable of far more than simple spraying. High-speed cameras revealed that archerfish actively manipulate the shape of each water jet during flight. The stream is not a random squirt. The fish increases pressure at precisely the right moment, causing water droplets near the rear of the jet to travel faster than those at the front. As the droplets merge, they create a concentrated impact zone just before reaching the target. The fish turns a stream into a powerful projectile. It is an astonishing example of biological engineering. Even more impressive is the fish's accuracy. Experiments have shown that experienced archerfish can hit targets from distances exceeding several feet. The fish is performing complex calculations that many humans would struggle to do without training. Yet it does so instinctively. Scientists initially assumed the ability was entirely hardwired. They were wrong. Research revealed that archerfish learn and improve through experience. Young fish are noticeably less accurate than adults. Over time, they refine their aim, adjusting for distance, angle, and environmental conditions. In laboratory experiments, archerfish demonstrated an ability to observe and learn from one another. Individuals could improve performance after watching successful hunters. This suggests a level of cognitive sophistication rarely associated with fish. The more researchers studied the species, the more surprising it became. Then came an even bigger discovery. In the wild, insects are not always abundant. Seasonal changes can reduce food availability. Competition may increase. Survival often depends on flexibility. Large archerfish responded by expanding their menu. Observers began documenting attacks on small reptiles resting near the water. Tiny geckos occasionally became targets. Then came reports involving birds. These events are rare, but they reveal the extraordinary potential. The fish fires. The startled bird loses balance. If it falls into the water, the waiting hunter seizes its opportunity. Suddenly, the traditional relationship between fish and bird has been reversed. The hunter has become the hunted. This ability provides a major advantage. The mangrove ecosystem is crowded with predators. Competition for food is intense. Any animal capable of exploiting new resources gains an edge. The archerfish has transformed the world above the water into an extension of its hunting grounds. Yet hunting is only part of the story. To survive, archerfish must also avoid becoming prey themselves. Large fish, crocodiles, snakes, and birds all pose serious threats. This creates a fascinating paradox. An archerfish may spend one moment shooting at a bird and the next fleeing from another bird attempting to eat it. Nature rarely offers simple roles. Predators become prey, victims become hunters. Every creature exists within a web of shifting relationships. For the archerfish, success depends on maintaining constant awareness. Its large eyes play a critical role. Positioned to provide an excellent upward field of view, they allow the fish to monitor activity above the surface while remaining mostly submerged. Researchers discovered archerfish possess remarkable visual processing. In studies, they demonstrated capacity to recognize patterns and shapes. Some experiments even suggested they could identify specific human faces at rates far above random chance. Such findings challenge long-standing assumptions about fish intelligence. For generations, fish were viewed as simple creatures driven by instinct. The archerfish tells a different story. It is a problem solver, a learner, an adaptive predator capable of modifying behavior. And it is not alone. Throughout evolution, intelligence has emerged in many forms. Crows use tools, octopuses solve puzzles, dolphins cooperate in complex social groups. The archerfish reminds us that sophisticated behavior can also emerge beneath the water's surface. Its success stems from a combination of anatomy, learning, and opportunity. None of these traits alone would be enough. Natural selection does not work toward a predetermined goal. It simply rewards traits that improve survival and reproduction. Millions of years ago, the ancestors of modern archerfish likely possessed only crude versions of the abilities seen today. Over countless generations, small advantages accumulated. Accuracy improved. Visual processing became more refined. Behavior grew increasingly sophisticated. What began as a modest adaptation eventually became a hunting strategy, unlike anything else in the aquatic world. The archerfish offers valuable insights into biomechanics and robotics. Engineers study its water-shooting technique to better understand fluid dynamics. The mangrove forests where archerfish thrive are under increasing pressure. Coastal development and habitat destruction threaten ecosystems. Protecting these habitats safeguards not only the animals that live there, but also the knowledge they contain. As the sun sets over a tropical estuary, everything appears peaceful. Beneath the surface, however, a hunter waits. Then a jet of water erupts upward. For a brief instant, gravity changes sides. The creature in the air falls toward the water. Because hidden beneath that calm surface lives one of nature's greatest marksmen, a fish that transformed drops of water into weapons, and a fish that dared to hunt the sky.